All right, hello everyone, how we doing? Let's get some game sound cranking. There we go. Welcome along, nice to see you all. Happy Wednesday. It's good to be back, and good to be back in a multiplayer server. It's been a wee while. Actually, I don't have any player names on, which is probably a good thing. Fix that though. Where do we go for that? Settings, general, player names. There we go. Alright, there we go. Chinook and Hanson sitting there because Axis and Aussie Dan are already overdoing work. There's these two just standing around doing nothing. And we've got Hyper in here tonight too, so 6 of us on the server, which is kind of exciting. But yeah, welcome along. Good to see you all. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a good week so far. Ollie, good to see you, mate. Hello, Chinook. Callum, all the way from France. Good morning, mate. How you doing? Are you normally in France, Callum? I don't feel like you are. Not sure. Anyhow, g'day Hanson, how you doing? Jimmy Sims, good morning to you. Garrick, evening buddy. I'm pleased on, because kind of envious actually. Blueberry cheesecake does sound delightful, so enjoy that. Aussie Dan's in chat and in the server. Good to see you, Aussie Dan. Welcome along. And Craig's just tuning in too. There we go. Hello, Craig. How you doing? Nismo, good to see you. Good to see you. How could you not hear about the Prince of Darkness leaving us today? Indeed. Osborne. Bit of a legend, really, isn't it? Bit of a legend. Originally from Scotland. Yeah, I didn't think you were France, but anyhow. So anyhow, welcome along. This is our new server on ETRURIA. Obviously, we took a stunted look around it on multiplayer stream on the weekend, and not multiplayer, my live stream on the weekend, and which I had to cut short. I didn't end up. I took myself to hospital because I was worried I was actually having a heart attack. I wasn't. I am fine. Everything checked out, all good, but I ended up spending quite a bit of time in A&E and just waiting to be seen, and ended up doing some tests, and I've got an appointment with a doctor, but everything seems good. I think I was just the migraine. I was just having some bigger side effects than I'd normally have with the nausea and just feeling really yuck, but just a few little things sort of said, hang on. And I lost one of my grandparents to a heart attack, so I thought better be safe than sorry. But yeah, that was a little bit of an excitement for Sunday. All day sitting in a hospital waiting to get seen. So we have set ourselves up here. Thank you, Chinook, who's done most of the heavy lifting here, getting things set up. He chose to take us all the way up here onto the biggest of the 3 farms, of course, the 2 small ones over here. And this is the biggest one, which sets us up quite nicely because we've got the options for cattle, horses and chickens as well as the BGA, which we don't own yet. We've also got the dairy there as well, so there's a few different options for us, which is kind of good, and it just gives us a bit more space. It's still a pretty tight farm. We own a couple of grass fields here, 28, 29. We've got the field down here which has oats in it, which is field 9, and as our main goal on the server is to purchase the big $5 million winery in the middle, or vineyard. The winery is separate, but to purchase this $5 million vineyard in the middle and make some wine, we thought we'd better start off as we mean to continue. So we do own some grapes down here, some red grapes. That is going to be what we're going to go head down and make a start on doing today. We've got over this way, we've got who's over in this one? Aussie Dan's over there doing a contract, and Axelson's down there doing a contract. Of course, the contract, look at the contract equipment. You get a Steiger for that one and a 8RX for that one. Quite inappropriate, but anyhow, there it is. So that's where we're starting off. I kind of like actually looking around because there's some good little fields we can start expanding into really quickly as we build our way to the top of the hill. And we have called it the King of the Hill Challenge because look over this way somewhere. This is a beautiful map, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. But in the distance, I think it's up in there. Let's just see if we can bring our field of view up to binocular strength. Here we go. I think the winery's in that hill. Sure it is. It's a little bit more to the right. We must be looking. That's looking over to the town. A little bit more to the right. Here it is down there. Is it? While I say we're going to be king of the hill, we're actually winery's actually a bit lower. Yeah, that looks a bit more like it. Anyhow, we're king of the valley. King of the valley might be more appropriate. Anyhow, let's go and set this back to -1. So we're going to go down. We've got this field to harvest. I will have a quick look at our equipment. Just quickly scoot around here. Trying to keep it appropriate. Yeah, just a small combine. T7 there as well. This way. Is there anything hiding up that side? A couple of tractors over here. So the old Bed Agri 18090, which is kind of appropriate. Deutzfahr, which is also appropriate, I think. Front loader on the front of that. The old trusty lizard plough over that side. We'll come down here. A little bit of a different mower, going for the Vermeer mower. Cultivator, baler. I'll go through the door over this way. Stone picker. Seeder and planter. Kverneland planter there. Seeder on that side. What else we got? Trailer, windrower, tedder. Fertilizer spreader. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, a bale trailer there as well. So that's pretty much how we've got things set up, which is good. Hey Amon, how you doing? The map is, yeah, it's beautiful. Tell Chinnock to go watch the vehicles. Well, they're actually all clean because he's only just got them. Yeah, thanks Amon. Definitely taking care of myself. It's a bit of a wake up call in terms of, you know, I'm in my mid 40s now, so it's time to actually being a bit more aware of some of those, I guess some precursors, or not precursors, but having some markers in the sand as to blood pressure and all those kind of things. So, right, we do have a little bit of stuff sitting down here too, which we're going to go and jump into. So we do have a little orchard tractor, the little Vineyard 209, and we've got our grape harvester. And the reason we went for this one is, and I'll show you in the shop, onto here, and this one in this pack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we own one of these, and this one does all the grapes, olives, and the apples. So we can reconfigure it, and it's versatile. Whereas the New Holland, we got that just did the grapes. The Aero just did the grapes. So we kind of, this one gives us a little bit more flexibility in one machine. Just have to take it into a workshop, and you can reconfigure it. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Right, let's go for a drive. I'm just going to plan my route over there. We will go straight down the main road and turn right at field 70, and that will take us straight up there. Beautiful. Right. A&E waiting room is a shocker. Yeah, it was pretty sad. Pretty sad place, and certainly a bit of an eye-opener to a window into society, shall I say. Would be a good way to put it. Right. Oh, I thought I'd fixed this whole steering issue I've got. I think, do you know what I think it is? I think it's the contacts in the controller. If I take this out, I don't know whether they need a little bit of, I don't know if they need a little bit of clean, but last time I did that it seemed to work better, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyhow, let's head on down this way. And we'll get there. Kia ora Scott, how you doing? Good to see you. Thought I was, wow. It was probably over, and I think the symptoms I described in the, they did do blood tests and ECG pretty quickly to triage me, and obviously they decided it wasn't too much of an issue, so yeah. G'day FSG, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you, mate. Look, you can say all you like about this being a skill issue, Axelson, but I am going to put my hand up here, get this going in a straight line. Look, no hand on the steering wheel. I'm going to get proven wrong here. Right, I knew that'd happen. I'm going to prove you wrong. I am going to prove you wrong. Stupid controller makes me look silly. Right, going up this way. I'll take credit for that one. Now it's too windy to even demonstrate to you up here. All right. Whatever. I know it's the controller. I know it's not me. Hey Darren, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Great to see you. Had to go there a few years ago and sat there hours, and the people that come and open your eyes. Yeah. It's the more the process in the system is an eye opener. Like, there's a guy sat next to us for 2.5 hours just waiting to get some a prescription after being seen in with a, I don't know, he was in a sling, so he'd done something to his arm. He sat there for 2 hours just to get given the pills, taking up space in the waiting room. Yeah, it's pretty sad state of affairs at the moment in the health system, but it's not a New Zealand, it's not an isolated issue, from what I understand. Right, here we go. Control's behaving itself now. Because I put it on notice and gave it a big ass warning. New ignition switch decided to chuck it in. Get in touch with Giants. I have heard that they have replaced some where they have stopped working. So go on the Giants website, find their contact, or the Farming Simulator website, go to contact us and submit a message to them, send a message to them. And just explain it. Particularly tell them how long you have or haven't had it too. Look at this map, isn't it gorgeous? So nice. So nice. FSG, I'm excited. I probably won't be able to watch you live tomorrow, but I'm excited to see the first look at Saxlingham. It's a couple of months since Briscoe sent me in work in progress copy. We swapped maps, and I know he's done a huge amount of work mainly in Blender actually with his buildings since then, because there wasn't very many buildings in the version I looked at. So your little teaser was beautiful, and looking forward to catching up tomorrow after work with what you've got into. Right, here we are. Grapes. Grapes, grapes, grapes. Where should we start? Start at the beginning, I suppose. So we've got these two sides, and I reckon I'm going to do these. I'm going to go across and actually cross across the centre. So turn that off. I'm assuming we do need to unfold. It's going to jack us up. Alright, slow. I'll turn that on. See how we go. Start. You know, last time I think I harvested grapes would have been on, was it Shellbrook server we had? Camille's map. We had a small amount of grapes on that map. That would probably be the last time I did any. A wee while ago. Right. What's the turning circle on this like? Looks like we're going to go for 3. Right. Into it. No, it's not too bad. 10% full. Not too bad at all. Bit more space around these vines than on almost 22 maps, which is good. Yeah, definitely a bit better. If you ignore the fact there's the bit through the middle, just treat this as one. Instead of trying to turn on those, I think that's going to be the way to do it. Still relies on driving straight though. Almost, now let's see if this is going to break my game. I think this is it. No, we're alright. Frame rates are holding up. So 1, where did we just harvest? 3. Okay. Look, straight down the middle. Perfect. Here we go. That's going to work. It's going to be an easy way. Hey Crofter, morning mate. How you doing? Hey Bobon, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How's the new job going, mate? I have not given the apples a go yet, FSG. That's on the list. On the list, we did consider buying an apple vines instead of getting one of the grapes, but settled on the grapes, mainly because it was closer to the farm. But we do have, like this, the reason we chose this harvester is because it will do both. We'll do all of them actually. It's the most versatile, so one bit of equipment. If we could build up a fleet of these, we'd be able to chew through some. I'd love to have, like that big vineyard, I'd love to have a multiplayer stream with 4 or 5 grape harvesters running up in there. That'd look cool. Very cool. Scott, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm good. Alright, 1, 2, 3. We'll go down that one. Maybe. Up over it. There we go. Right. Now the other thing I was planning on doing this week, well, I had thought about doing this week, we'll probably do in a couple of weeks, maybe next week, we'll see. It's getting back into doing some Lego building on stream as well. I finally managed to get a replacement battery from Takata for the telehandler, so I'm looking forward to finally being able to try and get that finished off. Hopefully that's going to arrive in the next week or so. I've got a courier number for that through FedEx, so keep an eye out for that. Once that arrives, I'll be jumping in and getting that finished off. Exciting to finally see it done. Too many Scots in the house. Scott takeover. Scott takeover. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy. This is the new Abalor I got on my way back from Australia, duty free. So it's quite a nice drop. Quite enjoying it. A little bit more. And as you'd expect, I think it's a slightly more expensive bottle than what I normally get. A little bit more complex in the flavors, the taste. See the production mod for giving the decorative olive groves use? No, it did not, Crofter. Is that part of the map? Job's okay, customer facing is easy, the admin side is a challenge. You'll what have you only been in it, a week or two? Like anything, mate, you'll find your feet, I'm sure. Bosun, how you doing? Great to see you, mate. Great to see you. Third party will send you a link. Oh yeah, cool. Great to see how it works. What it is, what it does. Here we go, what are we, 85%? I reckon we might as well. While Chinook's here, we can unload this sucker. So, assuming it's rare. There we go, dump grapes. Oh, look at how much more we've got to go. I was thinking we were getting closer to closer to the midpoint, but nope. We've got some milestones. It's going to be a whole stream exercise at this rate. There we go. So Chinook's going to go and see if we can store the grapes. Otherwise, we're going to get to go and dump them. Actually, it's slow. I changed my sensitivity. I was trying to play around with something. Looking forward to seeing what Briscoe, yeah. It'll be great, Crofter. Sneak peek I had 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago was looking good, so it's only going to be better than that. FSG, do you want to jump into the partners Discord as well and just add your 2 cents to my post about the speed of flying, and just say that I had a play around with what Mr. Marcel suggested, and it's definitely not able to get changed. And so we have to figure out a solution for that. Nice one. Well, I was going to fish out an example. I was going to start up FS22 and compare side by side the two speeds and show them how it's changed. I wonder if it was something tied to the controllers, actually. I wonder if there was something around the way they've adjusted like the steering sensitivity, or maybe the way they've, you know, whether they've got a multiplying factor or something in the control settings that's made a difference to it. No, a weird one. I'm definitely enjoying the turning on at the end here. Lots of space to turn around and get these grapes. Go. Off to Melbourne for a week of training in September. Nice, Bo. I'm guessing that's nice. Not a bad part of the world to go and visit. Hey, Lucky. How you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome along, everyone. If you're just tuning in, or if you've been here from the start, it's a pleasure to have your company on this Wednesday evening. This week, we have been blessed with some absolute bluebird winter days in New Zealand. Crispy cold. Like Monday morning, I was putting the wheelie bin out, and there was dew on the wheelie bin, and it had, you know, mini. When I say mini, they were, you know, I won't call them icicles because I was going to, but they're just drops of water that had iced, solidified on the edge of the bin lid. I know those of you who live in the Arctic Circle in Scotland will probably say, bah, nothing argsy, but we've had what day is it today? Wednesday, 3 days in a row, and it's meant to be nice through till Saturday. Bluebird days. Love a winter like that. Be able to adjust. Yeah, well, see, I had to play around with it in Easy Dev too, and I still don't think I could get it to work. So might be a little bit more of experimenting, maybe. A bit more experimenting. I'm good, Lucky. It's my friend. Usual reminder: if you haven't dropped a thumbs up, do. Much appreciated. Kia ora, Dr. Fish. How you doing, mate? I gotta say, I'm enjoying the local greetings that are coming through in chat. You guys are killing it with that. Right. Right. Ooh, we're just about full again. Ooh. Just if the grapes won't go into storage, just sell them. Suck it up and sell them. Hey, it's a PC Taz, formerly known as Polycount. Taz, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. You want to come back and get topped up before you go and sell them? Certainly was, Bo. It's a little bit shocked to wake up and hear that this morning. Oh, did we make it? I bet you there's some left on the edge. We get more? Oh yeah, just the shortest little run. Oh well. Turn around and get those in sec. Park in a way that hopefully Chinook can just run past us. I'll turn my flashes off. Oh, they would have turned on themselves. Right, so that's the farm up there. That is the main farm. What a view! Like, look at that view. I was actually, I was really happy. Actually, it was one of the best screenshots. I think the one I'd had for this thumbnail was one of the best ones I've taken recently. Everything just felt really nice. You know, you take a screenshot and you go, "Wow, that one's actually really good." All right, here comes Chinook. He is 57% full, so he's not going to be able to take all these grapes, but better than none. get 2,500 litres out of here maybe. Down to 1,500. Ooh, not a bad guess. 1446. What did you miss about music today? Passing of rock legend. Oops. Ozzy Osbourne died today. Black Sabbath. Prince of Darkness, as he was referred to. Right, here we go. Oh, he certainly has been on borrowed time for quite some time. How's he still? Yeah, how's he still kicking on? He's doing good. Yeah, I was sad. Good to hear. That'll happen to all of us at some stage. Traditional cotton crop of central Italy. In front of us. They all are living on borrowed time. Right. Yeah, I can imagine. But how cool was it though that he was able to do a farewell? You know, he was able to get back up on the stage one last time, only a month ago, and do a farewell concert effectively. Like, what a way to go. You know you're done if you can do that and say, yep, that's my life. Celebrate it with you guys. Go terrorize the pearly gates. What's everyone's favourite song? Oof. Depends what genre you're wanting to look at, Lockie. I'm a big fan of Freebird by Leonard Skinner. Would have to be right up there for me. Yeah. Old Keith, he's going to be around for a long time, isn't he? There's no point me going down here because I'm not going to get the whole way through. Now we're getting onto some longer passes. We're actually starting to harvest some grapes. It's good. Right, while we wait for Chinook, because he's still on his way to South Point. Let's wait there. And we're going to have a look and see what else is going on. I think, jumping over here. Hanson's hard at work, struggling up the side of the hills. Do you want that? This one? You'll be strategic when you're working in a field like this. Across it rather than up it. I'd say though that's a pretty reasonably good sized combine for these size fields, I reckon. A huge amount of contracts too. So if anyone's considering joining, !join gives you some details on how to join the server. And just because of the vast number of contracts, like, you know, some good cultivating ones there, decent equipment for it. Lots of fertilizing ones, got some harvesting ones, obviously some that might be a little bit more painful than others. But again, yeah, 12 acres of spinach with one harvest, it's not too bad, is it? Decent mowing ones, there's a good stone picking one there. So yeah, good options. Now, where did Chinook have to go to sell this? These In there. It must be in there, is it? In there. He's still on his way to sell. Oops. Yeah. You paid 2 weeks ago. You paid your money and watched a lot of the live stream. Nice, Garrick. It's worth doing it sometimes for that, eh? Curious by Tool. Everything from Tool. Yeah, Tool's great. I always love a bit of Tool or Rage Against the Machine. Some Corn comes on the rock. You can guarantee my radio stereo on this car will get turned up. It's foolish, and then there'll be Keith and 3 cockroaches left. Keith will probably look at one of them and say, I stored at your grandfather. Funny. There's about 2.5 gig, Ollie. There's a few, but the map on its own is 1.2. So, not too bad. Not too bad. All good, liking. All good. Yeah, family's good, Nismo. Dog's been a bit annoying the last couple of days. But he's still a puppy, so you have to expect that sometimes. Tool were great. Definitely would have loved to have seen some of that. Should go back and watch some. Surely be some to find somewhere. So, here we are. I would go down. Maybe I could start baling. Just done that. Chinook's only just getting where he needs to be going. Mowing on that side. False check. Okay. Right, grab this baler and we might. Why is there's steering lock on this thing? What? Can't be. Is it? Does that? So that's my steering wheel hard across. And if I press right, it actually. So I've managed to. Okay, that's the sensitivity settings. It's adjusted my steering. Interesting. Devices. X. Can you open the door, Chinook? 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. How long do you have to wait? I'd have to log in as admin. No. Is that better? Here we go. That's better. Interesting. So I bumped my sensitivity down, and it would adjust how much I could steer. I wonder if that's done the same then on the harvester. Maybe I've got more steering than I thought I did. CarPlay and the U, just one of the best things you ever did. Okie dokie. What size bales are we making? Right, let's change bale size. 240, 180. Chinook works in aviation but doesn't know the 24-hour clock. Axelson. Give him a break. I'll have to have stir-fried chicken, maybe back. May not be. All depends. Alright. Tool section from back to the beginning, I have not. Oh. This harvester throws a pretty wide swath out, doesn't it? Pretty big wide swath. Vessel Tool live in the mid-90s, always been a fan. You ever had the privilege of seeing them live? Probably. Probably. I didn't realise your combine just threw the straw everywhere though. World's messiest combine. This one. Right, there we go. We've got the windrow out. We'll windrow the straw up. Whoever that is, off you go. Who's in the Fiat? Oh yeah, Hyper's in the Fiat. Off you go, Hyper. Make my job easier. Alright, Chinook's selling grapes. That's good. Oh. No, sold some. Looks like it's chopping it up rather than dropping it back. Certainly does. Right. Windrower fixes that. We've got a massive playlist on Spotify. It's an office playlist where anyone in the office has access to it. It's shared and you just add whatever you want onto it. We get some interesting eclectic music on that. Sometimes you'll throw something on there and there's a bit of a laugh and you won't hear it for a week and then suddenly it'll pop up and you've forgotten you'd put it on there. Someone will react and go, what on earth is this? Bit of a laugh. Bit of fun. Could be had, could be done. Alright, plan contract. Just about finished. 99%. There we go, done. A sweet 15 grand. Already over 100,000. Okay, dump loads there. And we're still just waiting for Chinook. Where's he at? Will he make his way down here? Around here? Now, the farm name, Vittoria Argsi. It's Argsi Farm. Says why it was called that. Right, let's go over and we'll go over and wait. Chinook to get to us. Don't forget the great band, The Wireless. Indeed. Indeed, you hear some of the Wireless on Argsy Gaming channel. Thank you, Bovine. Mad Cow to your list. I used to be in that too. They're still going. And good friends one. Oh, I'll suss it out. So just for reference, I mean, we're harvesting these grapes and probably halfway across the field, but of course we've only done every third row. So we've just got to go back across and back again. So we're only a third over it. But actually, when you can just look at the size of these, it's probably equivalent to that. So halfway there. We picked up on 49 on contracts there. The cultivating contract. Nice. Margarita Fumuro. Romero. Love the names. Alvaro Vitali. Alberto Sodi. Walter. Carlo Petersoli. Lino Banfi. Try to set up a playlist together at some point. Maybe. Actually, that reminds me of something. Now, I am going to create, for anyone interested, I know obviously there's a lot of UK viewers and things like that. Me and my boy are going to be playing the Premier League Fantasy Premier League when it starts in 3 weeks' time, I think it is. So I'm going to create an Argsy Gaming League. Anyone wants to join? It'll be a little bit of fun for a bit of friendly banter. Might even throw up a prize or something for the winner if they're a channel supporter, subscriber. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put some details up at some stage. Fantasy Premier League. Oh, look at the little Chinook and the big tractor. It's a little tractor, really, isn't it? Playing in his Tonka toy. Alright, back to it. What your mum said to me as well. Actually, on one on a Kiwi Sim Farmer on the other. Nice. Good job, Scott. When life settles down, you'll try to record a new song. No dramas, mate. No dramas. Life will never settle down. You know that. Look at that. So we're 15% just going over that. So we must get like 30% off one pass on these long ones, dude. Impressive, impressive. Hey, Sturdy. Good to see you, mate. To see you. Excellent Lee Kernahan to your playlist if you like 90s style Aussie country. I don't know if I've ever listened to any 90s style Aussie country music. Oh, I feel like we're turning a lot tighter. Oh. Yeah. All right. Line up, everybody, line up. This would be fun if you had parallel grape harvesters working. So. Almost, well, we're actually going to be over 50% when we get to the other end. How full are you, Chinook? You're 61%. You got room for 40%. 40% must be about 3,000 litres. Okay. Meet me at the other end of the field, Chinook. Meet me down the other end. Get to the other end, Chinook. Ooh, that's a bit steep. Get that alignment much better than that. The fact they got course play to work on vines is unimpressive. Very impressive. Is there a Colossus grape harvester? Asking for a friend, Dr. Fish. I don't know actually. Don't know if there is or not. Would have had 2 headers going this year, but I blew a piston out of the one I was driving last year. That wasn't very clever. Very clever at all. Your house back, your wife back, your job back. Talking about Nickelback. Oh, you know what happens when you play country music backwards? Gotcha. Because you lose your job, you lose your wife, you lose your house. Very nice. Right. Where's our little tractor? Yeah, I do. I'm just trying to figure out where you are. I'm going to get turned around so I was on the right row. There is a Colossus harvester, but does it do grapes, Callum? And that's the key takeaway on that. Alright, go. Go, Chinook, go. We've got time to wait. Actually, two harvesters keep people real busy. There is a grape version. Ah, there you go. You go talk to fish. There is a Colossus grape harvester. Well, not officially Lachlan. I did drive a, was it an 8250? 7250 or 8250? I can't remember what it was now we had in case racing, but I don't really suppose that counts when it wasn't driven in proper anger. Who's been following the Welker's big bud build, and how gutting would it have been to have that casing crack on them as cranking the engine, getting close to finished. A frustrating thing to find. Howdy, Loyal. Good to see you. I suppose the only blessing is they found it now, and it was something hopefully that they've been able to repair without too many hiccups. There's a deal even count. Well, in that case, I can throw a 715 quad track in there too, Darren. But that a D11 takes the cake on that, that's for sure. That's what you call a bulldozer. Right, there we are, that's us full again. And Chinook's not near unloading. So you're going to tell me you were going to play with it in the sandbox? Okay. I'm going to push Hyper. Help him up the hill. That's a cool idea, actually. It'd be kind of cool to do photos of Lego and Lego settings. In working settings. Great to look at, not a great time. I can imagine you wouldn't want to be working on one of those. Oh. Oops. That's right, it'll buff out. Don't worry, Hyper. Handy dandy auto load trailer there for Axelson. Perfect. Alright. Haha, that's all good. I don't actually know what we're doing with the grass. We're going to make hay or silage, or what are we going to do? Tractor hazards on the map, yeah. Nothing safety issue, that one. Chinook's a little bit behind the rest of us. Working underground, Darren. We're pretty sure I'd prefer to be above ground personally. Are you still here, FSG? Bovine is summoning you. Hello, Nina. How are you? Good to see you. How's things? You doing good? The roof talking Morse code. Good to hear, good to hear. What is today's whiskey pairing? Aberlour whiskey, and it's got a certain name, and I can't remember what it was. It's what I showed you last week. Let me see if I can find it. That one there? That one there. I don't know if it's that one or not. There, that's it. It's called. It's called Suthain. Suthain, Suthainn. Anyhow, it's a Speyside single malt. It is. And you can only get it in, and I didn't realise this until just now, it's only available in global travel retail, so you can only actually get it duty free. Look at that. Here we go. Would be rude not to pour another to find out. John Deere paid B, you'd be fixing heaters in no time. Rude not to pour another one. I'd have to finish this one first. We're still waiting for a whiskey supplier to pick up some sponsored streams. Dr. Fish, that's the dream. Do what a bloke in your area does and work for himself and get paid what he likes to fix machines. Alright, there's Chinook. We'll be able to leave our job here and go and jump into the harvester. Lag. Am I going to be in a straight line? Ooh, not bad. Right. Oh, I keep folding it. Don't get flying fire rates and wouldn't get the time off. No, you wouldn't, that's for sure. Yeah, we did stop the Oak Bridge multiplayer law. That was a wee while ago now. Have I tried anything from Oban? I have. Not for a wee while. Darren. Ah, Ollie's joining. Welcome, Ollie. You can also, can't you daisy chain these? You can get a second one and daisy chain them too. Or you could just buy a second one and leave it parked here that I can unload into, and you just go back and forth with full trailers. It still doesn't change the fact I'd be full before you got down there and back. Or to buy the Masters of Malt and the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. Yeah. Dan Jackals. Yeah, I wouldn't be brought by that other brand. Always keeps them around. I'm with some Oban whiskies. I can even remember the Obans are a bit more peaty, aren't they? If I remember correctly, someone will steer me in the right direction. I stream once or twice. I try and stream twice a week, Auckland. Once at this time. So it's a good time for New Zealand and Australia. Being Wednesday evening, 10 o'clock here in New Zealand. It'll be 11 AM in the UK, probably. Is that right? 10 PM will be 11 AM, yeah. So what time is it for you, Hanson? Midday. It's be midday and I think that's right. And then on Sunday mornings, New Zealand time, which is horrible for Australia, but good for some of the other parts of the world. Well, look at how tight that tune was. Right, once across. Sunday 5 AM Sunday morning is not a good time to watch the stream. No. But it's a great thing to have for when you wake up from breakfast and you can, or breakfast on a Sunday morning, you can just chill out for a couple of hours and catch up on what happened. Probably the not awake yet, Lachlan. Sweet citrus fruity with a touch peat. Okay. I have to go back and have a, like, I've got a lineup of all the different bottles I've had. So I'm gonna have a look at them. Can I just say the pickup that we have on this farm is the most inappropriate pickup I think I've ever seen. which road are we going down? I complained to you about it last night, don't say now you can start complaining. To be fair, we are limited with what mods we can have. There's none of the Fiat mods or anything really. I should have unloaded while I was down the other end. Later, Bo. Until next time, mate. Good to see you. Glad to hear things are going well for you. Could actually use this house and put leave all our equipment up at this one. Right. Can we at least get to this middle spot and this? Oh. Welcome along, everyone. If you're just tuning in on your Wednesday evening, Wednesday morning, welcome. Good to have you here. Alright, let's just back ourselves out of that one. Yeah, look at how tight it will turn if I actually stop and let it turn. It's the speed of the turning is a bit slow. So. What's happening in Yoren's world? How are you, my friend? Good, I hope. What's going on? In a straight line here, Argsy. Midweek church with Arksy. Every day's a holy day. How you doing, John? Good to see you. Last days of work and tonight, wife, son, and you will see the mighty Iron Maiden. Oh, that's exciting. Nice one. I tell you what, after we've talked a few times about Ozzy Osbourne sadly passing away. How big a show could Iron Maiden be after the news of that? It could be epic. Will it be their first show after his death? I need a trailer. Second Iron Maiden concert with David. Oh, nice. Will become a regular. Where are you going to see that? Is that in your hometown? Just like a modern farmer, Dr. Fish, the computer draws the straight lines for me, not me. Just as a computer draws the straight lines for farmers. They did have a day off last night, so first gig after news. Yeah, well, there you go. It's going to be a pretty big gig. What trailer have we got coming here? Okay. And I'm about 100 k's away. Nice. Who knows? We'll find out in a second. Have a look in a second. So we're using this grape mod. If you haven't seen this one, it's the garage. Is it garage sorter? It sorts your garage like it did in 22. So much better. Look, not seeing grapes. I think they would have been there if it. Oh, it does. They're there. Oh, is it? Yeah, I'm not getting any dump trigger, fortunately. Nope. Nope, no grapes. What's this one? Chinook's got a different one. Actually come down to me, Chinook. This one bigger? Yeah, this one's heaps bigger. 3 times the size of the one we had. Alright, back into it. You know, I see there's a massive plane fly over their place in Australia. So there's a big exercise on called Talisman Sabre up in the Northern Territory on top of Queensland, Lockie, which has 30,000 troops and a lot of military assets, including aircraft. So no doubt you probably saw something connected to that. Oasis, Metallica and AC/DC in Sydney all in the same month at the same venue. Oh my goodness. It's wicked. I'm so disappointed Oasis aren't coming to New Zealand. Absolutely gutted they're not coming here. Do I do square bales or round? What are they for? I like square bales because they're easy to handle and stack. But you need a bigger horsepower tractor, so all depends about that. Tim, you're going to go see Lee Kernahan and Wagga for your 18th birthday. Sorry. Hanson Edinburgh is walking around inspecting the wildlife. So live in Leeton, just down the road from Wagga. There you go. I'd kind of figured that out, Loyal. Oh no, Loyal's a big Lee Kernahan fan. There you go. Sorry, I thought Lockie was saying he was a big Lee Kernahan fan. I'd figured that out. 4 more gigs lined up for the year after today. Aaron, Maori, Marcelo, Bovio, and Sabaton. Nice. How many times is that Sabaton you've seen now? Well, after that one you're on. Double figures yet? For grass. Well, if you're going to wrap them, rounds probably got more options for wrapping. do you want to back up to where I am, Chinook? Okay. Okay. You're coming on, mate. That'll do. Hold it there. Oh. Here she goes, Trev. Here we go. We got it. Oh man, hates silage. Smell of the taste, Scott. Oh right. Well, now we're flying. Twice in 2 days. Amsterdam with you, David, and Antwerp at the Barry. Nice. Have fun, mate. Look a blast. Alright, oh. Like glitch there. So the other thing with this server is we... Oh. Oh no, I was going to say we don't have, we're just double checking. We're not running seasons, even though it does say September in year 1. But we decided we would run this a little bit more like the Oak Bridge server, just to give more flexibility to play and not be tied into what month it is around what you're wanting to do. Found some of the other servers actually you kind of get this lull of work because you're kind of in between tasks, which can be a little bit boring. Leaving nothing to do, so okay, that's the choice we made on this one. Well, Judah's not seasons either, so it's just Van Hoff, right. I've got a collection of farm toys, Lockie. I need to find a place to display them more. Ah. Alright. I'm now being corrected that hardly any of the servers actually have seasons on. This one doesn't either, and we made that decision on purpose. I was a big boy and I made a decision all on my own. In fact, the decision had already been made, and then when I suggested it, they said that's a great idea, even though that was the idea all along. Great idea, Argsy. That's a really good idea. I think we'll do that on this one. Why didn't we think of that? Bravo, bravo. U132 JDs. So I've got some of the old Britain's tractors and things. I also got, telling one of my boys, I've got a whole lot of die-cast rally cars from back in the 2000s as well. Oh, Ollie joined and he's gone. Holly. That's how you talk to your boss at work. Waiting for Lego to make a 1050. I've fallen down the rabbit hole of finding mock tractors, and I'm following a Lego agricultural Facebook page, and my goodness, there is some cool stuff people create. I'm in awe of some of it. To the point there probably is a 1050 somewhere, but when we were at Case and Racine, I said to them, like, you know, jump on, get in, like, you know, do they know, because there's a quad track that's a rip-off one out there. It's like, oh, we're full, bugger it. Paying attention. Looks like we're gonna have to unload. Don't want to do that. Have to. Chinook's only 50% full. That's alright. Axel son, can you could take that truck, you could take this trailer down and overload into Chinook, couldn't you? I think it's a high lift type trailer. Like a little grape auger wagon. And then we're only running, where was I down? This one. How did the last John Deere? What was the John Deere I was building last? Remind me. Did I just miss it? Did I miss it, Pat? Good. Was it the skidder? The big skidder bosun? The skidder's awesome. Otherwise there's the forage harvester or the niner. The skidder's cool. Very cool. Big pneumatic one. Yeah, that was a skidder. If this battery pack turns up for the telehandler, I'll get into that next week, I reckon. Really want to get that finished. Can't remember the number. Currently sorting your equipment out while we're watching. Nice. Having issues with your controller, Ollie. No dramas. Howard, I can't get the grape harvest to work. Tried both in-game mods, not collecting any grapes. Any ideas? Check they're really ready to harvest. Yeah. Check that you're harvesting the right grapes with the right harvester. So there's a few different ones because there's the modded ones too, so where are they? So that one and that one and that one will only do, see down the bottom, those three only do red grapes. Whereas this one, and that one will all do the white grapes as well as the red grapes. And this one will do the olives, and which is what we're using. We're using this one, which will do, we've got one of these. This will do all the different vine crops. But yeah, the other thing is check that they're ready, because I checked. Let's see if I can find an example just to show you. Probably not, because everything's ready. Come on. Come on. Saying they're ready to harvest as well. You actually check if, that might be a good point, if you're playing with seasons, check that you're in the harvest window for grapes too. Because they might show up as ready to harvest, but if you're not in the right window. But normally the harvester would tell you then that you're in the wrong month, wouldn't it? Oh, no worries, Ollie. Thanks for trying, mate. I have made it. I've got it sitting up there, but I think I did that off stream. That's the 96. Yeah, that's the 9R. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. One with the yellow trailer on it. Definitely do. 29 likes, 48 watching. Come on. Yeah, come on. 31 likes. Hit the thumbs up, folks. Take that 2 seconds out of your time. Drop a thumbs up. Okay. I'll go down the next row and you can just park behind me. Your way. Here we go. Alright, now we're cooking. We're getting into some shorter passes now, so we're going to rocket through it. Back, Scott, how was the stir fry? Glad you're able to make it back. Don't ever realise how much equipment you have until you start sorting it out. Right. That's what I'm a little bit scared of when I finally get a chance to display all my Lego in one spot. How much I've got. Oh, over there. Over there. What are you talking about? We don't need another grape trailer because it's going to be 6 months until these grapes are ready to harvest again. Still kicking. That's good. All right. Yeah, and I'm going from a concert fest last year. We're not going to 2, but 2 big concerts for me was a bit of an outlier. This year's a comedy fest. We're off to Aussie comedian later in the year, Jimmy Rees. Some of you might have seen on social media. He does some clever little skits. And then January next year we got Jimmy Carr go to. So that's my couple of things I'm looking forward to. Actually, we went a number of years, a few years ago to like a local, just literally 40 people in a little theatre with local comics, just local stand-up. It was real good actually. I enjoyed it. Jimmy Carr's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to him. Jimmy Rees will be interesting because he plays a whole lot of different characters, so it'll be interesting to see how he pulls it off from a live. Like his social media stuff's funny, but how he does it live will be interesting. Alright, Chinook, back up. This cab. That. I don't even think we hit him. Volvo L120. We went to the Lego shop in Sydney, which apparently is the biggest Lego shop in the Southern Hemisphere. And fortunately we went in there with no room in our luggage because I couldn't buy anything. Never heard so much rude language in your life. Yeah, there is a lot of that. It's interesting. I think the latest sort of, and Jimmy Carr's good at it, and another guy, Matt Rife, who's an American comic. I'd love to go and see him too, but the whole crowd work where they basically get, well, Jimmy Carr's more one who gets heckled and invites people to heckle him, and then he basically takes them down. But Matt Rife kind of, not so much hecklers, but finds stories and talks to the audience, which is quite interesting. Interesting things. You have to be very clever to do that, I think. It's just such city pants, fly-by-wire type. No two nights are the same. Make it very impressive. Right. Crowd work. Yeah. Yeah, Matt Rife definitely calls his crowd work. It's just interesting seeing a couple of different styles of it. Ooh. It's an L120, 216 Aussie dollars, bosun. I can buy it in New Zealand for 170. Surprising. I don't know. Is that new out? That's been out for a while. I hadn't actually seen that one. Quite cool. Right, let's carry on. We're getting there. Getting there. Good being able to just carry on harvesting. It's a null trick. Hit that. What did I have that on? I've got these couple straight across. A bit dirty. I've been played with actually the kids, but the kids don't really want them anymore. I was like, well, I'm not getting rid of them. I'll be keeping those. The Liber, I think they're 1:64 scale, 974 excavator. It's very dusty if you look on top of it. We've also got this is even dustier. This is disgusting. 580 wheel loader as well. The dust on top of it. See that? Yeah. Yeah, the kids were like, oh, I don't really want those anymore. There's actually what sort of truck is it? It's a MAN semi and a and a low loader trailer as well. You build the grapes. Ooh. What are we? Yeah, we've got to prune them. Got to prune the grapes, mulch the grapes. Is this map out already? It certainly is. Farmer Shadow came out on the weekend. Where are you going, Chunuk? If you go exclamation mark map Farmer Shadow, be sure I've got a link to it. Oops. Alright, it's gonna come in. No, that's right. Just carry on. Alright, okay. Channel can end up with 12,000 litres, so it is 3 times bigger than that trailer. That's good. Hope to get a new internet card soon, you'll be able to be back online. Well, I hope you can get it sorted out, Farmer Shadow. Frustrating otherwise. Right. Believe it or not, we're an hour and a half going and we're still tackling the same field we started off. We've had a little bit of a break with what we had to drive here to start with. We've done a little bit of baling. But we're getting through it. Can't be too many passes actually left. Shouldn't take too long now. Reverse shovel excavator twice that size till the track broke. Would have been worth it quid by now. Oh, I'd love to find some of the. What's the name of the brand? It's a cast metal brand. Can't remember it. I always look out for it when I go into secondhand shops. Very popular. A cast metal vehicle. Let's just type in old. Name of it. The name of it, I can't even find it now. Yeah. Have a look. Exclamation mark, then map. Farmer Shadow. Other way around. No, not Dinky, not Matt, not Matchbox. How are you, Ben? I'm gonna have to cast. Have you? I'll tell you what, I'll go through trade meals on me. Always having fun, Ben. Always having fun. It's just going to show me a whole lot of Hot Wheels. It looked like Dinky, but it's not. I'm going to keep looking until I find it. I'm not giving up. Fun Ho. Fun Ho. I remember that when you said having fun. Oh, 97% full. That was good timing. Excellent. Two words, fun and ho, H-O. In fact, Bovine would have known this because there's Fun Ho Toys in Inglewood. They're all manufactured in New Zealand. Very cool. Do you click on only PC, single multiplayer, player only, standard? Yes. Only PC, single player, standard textures. Yeah, you only want standard textures. So you can pay, and that's the one you can get for free. You can pay $7 to get HD textures, but which I haven't done. He's back. I saw that. In fact, if you type ! join Hanson, I've linked it in there for people who want to join too. Use your laptop, put them on a USB and copy them onto PC. Where there's a will, there's a way, Farmer Shadow. There you go, how to join a multiplayer server. Links to my little video. Right, how many more? I can see 1, 2, 3, definitely. Any more up there? So, there's a few more I can tell actually now looking at the yield map. All the rows we haven't done. No, just put in 0 when it asks you for a value, unless you're buying the HD textures. The HD textures are extra. Well, there we go. That was another successful whiskey. With that one. An Aberlour whiskey, which, as it turns out, and I have now discovered, is actually only available to purchase duty free. Can't buy it in normal retail shops. Which makes a whole lot more sense, because as we were going through the duty free stores, there was a whole lot that said travel edition, and I had no idea why. It'll send you an email, Farmer Shadow, and then the email gives you a link to a Dropbox to download it from. Follow your nose, mate, follow your nose. We haven't seen much of the race sim guy, have we? Bosun. Should be asking RSG, not FSG. Cheers, Lucky. Catch you later, mate. Have a good one. Appreciate you hanging out. Oh, excellent. It's not on the tractor. Yeah, there he is. I'll unload Axelson if you want to pull up here. Hey, DJ, what's up, mate? How are you? Top you off. I liked your yeah, everything's good, mate. Everything's good. I did tell a little story earlier on. And a few people know, spent all of Sunday in the hospital at A&E. I was a little bit worried after my live stream after having to abruptly end my live stream on Sunday morning because I suddenly wasn't feeling very good, although I did have a migraine when I started. I was a little bit worried I was having issues with my heart. All turned out alright. Feel okay. Feel good. Passed all the tests. Off to see a doctor, and I couldn't get an appointment for about 4 weeks, so off to see a doctor though, just to get a proper checkup in 4 weeks' time. Other than that, all good. All good, all good. Yes, well, one's a mod. The Swan is just a small. All the Swan is where is it? This, which is a tow behind apple harvester. So if you want to do apples and you want to use that, then yes, you will need them both. Hey, Northern Farmson. Good morning from Canada. How you doing? Squeeze a few lips in when you can. Hang in there and what do we? Yeah, that's what I'm doing, mate. That is what I'm doing. Definitely going to try and do apples. Well, there you go. Make sure you get that one because it's a cheaper way to do apples rather than buying this harvester, which is quite expensive. Hopefully you're all behaving yourselves. No one behaves themselves around here. A rabble. Right, 63. We should get back down to unload to Chinook at the other end. Alright, there we go. No worries, Farmer Shadow. Happy to. Right, 1, 2, I reckon there's 4 more passes after this one. Looking at the yield map. That's the right answer. I know the answer you're expecting. Anyhow, did I say I was going to say, love the studio tour, DJ. The update on your studio. Very good. You've been a good boy, Husker Hugsy. I can't comment on Chinook's behaviour. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed watching your setup, looking at how it's changed over the last wee while. Nice. Right. Chinook. Come and unload. Right, 4 to go. Axelson, there's no point you coming back. You should be good to go. Got a more simple, not as many setups, and I really wanted to capture how messy it can be. It's always pretty behind the camera. That's exactly what it's like. My cables down here are disgusting. I only have one setup, and there's a dozen hats stacked on top of a MetaQuest 3 with my laptop buried under paper. A second set of reading glasses sitting there, there's just junk everywhere. Junk everywhere. Alright. Almost done our first grapes. Grapes. So the next job's going to be getting these preps so they can grow green. What again? Which we'll have to do a bit of reading up on. Obviously we need to prune, we can mulch, cultivate, and spray, but I'm not sure what timing they're meant to do all of that. And then you can bring back some of the other equipment from down the shop. It's going on a nice straight line. So we go into the help. Should see. Right. There's olives. Once grown, harvest your olives, grapes, special new Holland tools. Take them to your production plant. Remember to prune the grapevines after the harvest with the leaf cover to prepare them for the next season and to grow again. The steps not required for olives. Mulch, cultivate, and fertilize between the rows. Special tools. There we go. Once the grass is growing high, use the mulch to keep the space between the rows clear. Cultivate after the disco. I'm still going. I'm going to be impressed if I'm still... Wow! How good is that? Perfect straight line. Hoping to get onto this map soon. Need to spend a bit of time on Baling, helping take care of a friend's farm before hopefully heading to Italy. The map looks amazing. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Really is a lovely looking map. The terrain is what makes it, I reckon. The terrain and the map edge, like, you know, that's just such a small portion. Like, if you look on the map, at the moment, all I can see is basically that chunk of the map. But it's almost like you're looking across a full map, right? A little bit more than that. That's me there. Up to this, that's, I'm not even seeing a quarter of the map. And it looks like you're almost looking at a whole map. Very cool. DM me the details on how to get into Giants about your ignition. Just go on their website and just use their contact form. That'd be the easiest way. But I'll send you a link. Yeah, they don't go. Those two things don't go in the same sentence, right, Garrett? Oh. I'll be gone it later. Nice, farmer shadow. Hadn't thought about it that way, but yeah. Chinook, can you come down this end, please? I'm not going to make it the whole way, Chinook. No worries. Scott. No, it's not you. Right. Might pay for you, if you're still there, Scott, you drop me a message. If you drop me a DM, I can reply to you. Wanted to show off your storage room and how insanely organised it is. Thank you, ADHD, but I really didn't want to look at like, hey, look at all that stuff I have. It's fair enough too. Fair enough. Zip the whiskey. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Right, last lot. What do we... Yep, all harvested. Right, job done. Right, where are you? Chinook, I'll empty. Come and meet me down the top end of the field. I'm done. Dun 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 dun. Oh, drop me a DM. Just send me a DM, Scott, so I couldn't find... I just had a quick look on Discord and I couldn't see your name, so... Just DM me and I'll send you the link. Or, literally, go here. This would be the easy way to do it. Go to farmingsimulator.com/support and just fill the get support post out. Cheers, person. Good to see you, mate. You don't cultivate, no. So you mulch first. You mulch first. And cultivate. Cultivate after it's mulched. That's what I understand from reading their help. Alright. Probably. I want to go. Yeah, I need to prune the vines. Yeah, do they go yellow to be pruned? I'm not sure. Oops. All right. Let's rock up this way. Ah. These are a couple of the small fields we don't own, which we could consider purchasing at some stage. So this is set up to mulch and cultivate all in one go. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Scott. Got it. Do the Lord's work and doors open handsome. What's the draw on the tractor, Hanson? Probably. Where do I do it? I mean, I don't really need repair at all. Fair enough. Yeah. Apparently Hanson's airing it out because he's been in there, which is probably a fair claim. Oh god, I can smell it from here. Oof. Oh. That's right. Do you need to download certain mods for this map? There is some recommended mods that will download automatically from ModHub. That are oh goodness. If you want to start off, so there's things like these things, the Nordston, and then there's a Fiat series, one of the Fiat maybe down those. There's a few, and then these ones here, they come with the map, they're bundled in the map. I can't remember what else there was. But yeah, there is a few. Do you have a favourite brand of tractor? Not really, not too worried. Not too worried. No lime storage at the farm. I think there is, but I don't know if there's any in it. Ben! Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. That gives you the lead as being the VIP. How clever are these? Silo's empty. Silo's got seeds in it. Silo's empty. But look, you can see the seed in it. How cool is that? Very cool. Now we're gonna wait for 25, Ben. Wait for a good size 25 map. Right, I think go up. There we go. Baling done. We didn't actually know them. Oh, they did mow this field. Yep. It's still got the grass on it though, doesn't it? It's been mowed, but nothing else done. Obviously some bales on here. That one needs to be ploughed and then seeded again. And we need to get the grapes prepped to go. There we go. We've had a net increase. Let's just have a look. What we earned from that? Catch you, Darren. Good to see you, mate. We are just about to wrap up anyhow. But go to finances. Crops sold. Harvest income. So we made about 25 grand from selling those grapes. That's not bad. I'll take that. It's alright. See all the money spent getting things set up. Ins and outs and equipment and things like that. Must needs to be a little. So yeah, there we go. Grapes are done. And I mean, it is still a hill. It's not the top of the hill, but definitely there's the dream. We're going to buy the vineyard. Vineyard and the winery, that's our target. King of the hill, king of the hill. Right. Well, I'm going to wrap things up there. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. Like I always say, multiplayer servers open and here for anyone to play on. So if you want to join, get into Discord, download the mods, download everything, and come along and play along with us. It's always fun to have as many people as we can on the servers, and to get them popular and moving, and always having something happening on them. Yeah, that was what makes it fun. So there we go. As for me, I haven't managed to record my next episode of Ray County. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow night, so it might be a day later on a release rather than Friday morning. It might be Saturday morning. There'll be a live stream on the weekend. There could be something extra. I'll see what happens with me. I don't have any kids' sport this weekend. It's a weekend off. It's bliss. Just so happens that perfect storm of 2 buys and a match played midweek rather than on the weekend means there's nothing to do. One tile challenge, I'm working on that, Amon. I want to get a bit more of that done over the weekend too, so maybe in the next couple of weeks I'll have that one done. That takes a wee bit of time to put together. But yeah, there we go. Thank you all very much. Thanks everyone who's tuned in tonight. Thanks for Axelson, Aussie Dan, Chinook, Hanson, Hyper, and I think that's everyone who's been on the server tonight. Ollie who tried to join as well. But yeah, anyhow, great to see you guys. Thank you very much. If you haven't hit the thumbs up on your way out, please do leave a like. Otherwise, have a good rest of your week, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye.